They do it for the right reasons. It takes courage to do the right thing. They say courage means you ain't got no fear. That's not true. Courage means that you're fearful, but you do it anyway because it's the right thing. And we have one after speaker after another speaker after another speaker up here who've had the courage to do the right thing. Even though it might be the most popular thing, it might not be the easiest thing, it might be not the most financially compensation thing, they do it anyway because it's the right thing. Here in Seattle, we're blessed. I've been to Cannabis Cup in Amsterdam. They have a freedom over there, but you know what? They don't have no Seattle Hempfest. They think this is Valhalla over in Amsterdam. And here in Seattle, it wasn't that way 20 years ago, but here in Seattle, our city attorney is for legalization. Our city council is for legalization. And our mayor is for legalization. Ladies and gentlemen, give a warm Seattle welcome to our mayor, the mayor of the greatest city in the world, Mayor Marc McGinn.
Speaking in my official capacity as mayor, I have a message to all of you out there. Welcome to Seattle! You know, it's interesting. During my campaign, somebody asked me what my position was on marijuana legalization. And what I said was that if every politician and elected official who had ever tried marijuana voted to legalize it, it would be legal in an instant. It's the truth. It is the truth, folks, that we have been, as a society, very hypocritical. And Rick Steves has spoken about this, and your prior speakers have spoken about this. So we live in a very complicated world right now where attitudes are changing. And that makes it harder on lots of folks. It makes it harder on people that want safe access to drugs. It makes it harder, on parents who are trying to figure out what their kids to do, tell their kids what to do. It makes it harder on our police force too, by the way, and I'll talk about that in a second. It makes it harder, but there's a pathway here that'll make it easier, and that pathway is to recognize that prohibition as a strategy has not worked. The war on drugs has not worked, and we can do better. And we're in a time where attitudes are changing. Attitudes are changing, so we just have to keep diligently talking and explaining and being authentic to our friends and neighbor and our family members about this issue. And attitudes do change. And we can see attitudes change for the better. On a number of topics. 20 or 30 years ago, you wouldn't even have spoken about the issue of gay marriage to anyone. And that's changed. 20 or 30 years ago, legalization seemed like something way in the distance, and that's changed. Here in the city of Seattle, by popular vote, we went as far as we could go, which is that enforcement of marijuana laws for small amounts, the possession of small amounts is the lowest enforcement priority for our police. Lowest enforcement priority. On that, the people led. The people led, and the politicians followed. Now, by the way, just do us a favor. Do us a favor. Lowest enforcement priority does not mean legal. Make life easier for everybody, including our police officers. Don't light up in front of them. Just make life easier for everybody, please. Okay? But they take the law seriously. In the state of Washington, the people led again. And medical marijuana is legal under state law. Now those laws have changed, they become more confusing, but the people led. And here in the city of Seattle, we're listening. And we're going to make sure that we do our best to observe that state law, protect the rights of medical marijuana, legitimate medical marijuana users, to safe access to medicine. That's not happening everywhere. It's not happening in every city, but it's happening in our city. Now, the problem is, of course, that our law at the city level, the laws at the state level, all exist in a world where it is still illegal at the federal level. And we can't change that from here with our votes. But we can change more state laws. People have spoken to you about initiatives. I mentioned to you two things. The politicians followed because the people led. The initiative here in Seattle to make it the lowest enforcement priority. Medical marijuana. You have to keep leading. You have to keep leading. And I'll do my best as an elected official to lead too. I'll do my best as an elected official to lead too. But we need you to keep leading, because if we do that, we will make these laws make sense. We will make this community better. Thank you all of you for your work. Thank you.
The mayor of the greatest city in the world, Mayor Mike McGinn, show some love, man. Give me an H. We got the mayor standing on our stage. Give me an H. E. F. P. I can't hear you. F. E. S. T. What's that spell? I can't hear you. What's that spell? I'm not wearing your tonsils. What does that spell? The greatest audience in the world, at the greatest scene in the world, and the greatest pot rally in the world, with the greatest staff in the world. Thank you. I love you so much for making this event so safe and successful year after year after year after year. Now, we are running 18 minutes over, but that was worth it.
Yes.
Was that worth it?
Yes.
I'll bet you the Supersonic Soul Pimps are going, hey man, I was supposed to be playing 18 minutes ago, man, what's the deal? But we're gonna make it up to the Soul Pimps, man, because they are the Supersonic Soul Pimps. Now, if you all would make it up to us by putting 10 bucks, 10 ducats in the bucket, 10 bucks. If you gave us 10 bucks for this event, that's $3.33 per day. You guys have a problem down there? Are you guys cool down there? You need some security. Hey, bro. Adios. It's been real, bro. It's been real. But it's time to go. You know, today, I got a note up here, and it says, today at 4:20 p.m., a family is pulling the plug on a husband, a father, and a son named Todd. He's gone into a coma from cancer. His family believes medical marijuana would have helped him if possible. Would you please ask the crowd to say, we love you, Todd, or something else that you choose at 4:20. It's 4:20 right now.
4:20.
1, 2, 3. No. 1, 2, 3. We love you, Todd. 1, 2, 3.
We love you, Todd.
Thank you, bro. Todd, have a good travel, bro. It was a good run, man. That was beautiful. Thanks for that. I appreciate that. Happy 420 Hempfest. You guys are smoking. All right. While these guys are doing their sound check, I'm going to bring up Mike. Remember the Mike? Come on up, Mike Eco. This guy, you know, this place gets trashed every day of Hempfest. I mean, trashed. I mean, I look at the end of the day and I'm like, Jesus Christ, how in the world? This place is so filthy. There's stuff everywhere, all over the ground. What are we going to do? This is a crisis. We'll never get this up. And then the next day I come into the Hempfest and it's clean, man. And you know why? Because of Mike Eco and his crew, the ecology crew of Seattle Hempfest. 12-hour days, 16-hour days, man. It doesn't matter. In the daytime, they're cleaning. In the nighttime, they're cleaning. They're hauling. How many pounds?
25 tons.
25 tons of trash. Do you recycle and compost?
We recycle, we sort, everything.
No throwing of any bottles. Do not throw another bottle over that stage. No throwing of anything. Thank you. Mike, what's it like cleaning this place up, bro?
It's 720,000 square feet in this park. With over 100,000 people, that's too much stuff for us to do alone. We need your help. Everybody here, when you're in a park, you see bottles, old stuff on the ground. When you're leaving, please pick it up. Help my crew out. We got about 50 people, 25 tons of garbage to pick up every day. I can't do it without your help.
Can I hear a we love you for the Seattle Hempfest Ecology Crew? 1, 2, 3. We love you back. They love you, Mike. I love you, brother. Thanks, man.